Hey, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. As always, it is Nick here, back with your daily crypto news and analysis. And today we're going to be talking about Ripple and XRP, so let's just dive in and let's talk about a few things. So, first off, I do want to start with the dollar. We have been watching the US dollar for a very long time. I told you guys that this is going to be the thing that ignites the next major bull run. Why? Well, because once the dollar does start to collapse, and you can definitely see why the US dollar is actually rising in value opposed to all other major currencies. One, I will say this, the dollar is extremely overreached in regards to the high levels. Not only that, but when we actually look at the dollar, it is nearing a massive macro resistance level. Again, the dollar is extremely overvalued, and this resistance zone goes all the way back to 2001. If we do see a 180 rejection off of that major resistance zone, which is 120, it is going to be a huge change in risk on assets. Crypto will go on a massive tear. Equities might see a major bull run, but again, I think that when we look at a lot of people and their major hedge against what's coming in regards to the financial collapse, I do believe that crypto is going to be their main source. And a lot of people have asked me, why do you think that? It's just because, for the most part, when we look at what crypto is doing, it is trying to fix a lot of these major issues. So I do think that technologically, a lot of people will be utilizing crypto as a major hedge, in the sense of it actually being utilized within Cbdc's financial, policy recreation, as well as financial technology innovation. But also, again, to me, I think that crypto long term is a huge opportunity, and I think that the upside from here on out is also going to be pretty good, especially when you look at the US dollar in regards to the overall value proposition here. Again, I share this with you because I do think that the US dollar is bound for a massive collapse. And I actually want to talk to you guys about a few things. So, the BRICS. Now, I've been talking to you guys about the BRICS for a while. We actually do see here BRICS countries consider single currency, Russian envoy. Brazil, Russia, as well as India, China, and South Africa, BRICS, are discussing the possibility and prospects of creating a single currency. Now, down here, we actually do see Michael responding. And by the way, a few other people have been tagging Joel Katz. Obviously, it wasn't going to respond. But we do see down here the new BRICS Pay and NIPS will be a digital currency payment network. This is the SWIFT alternative non-American payment network. And yeah, check this out. This is going to be something pretty interesting. They're going to be talking about Cbdc's for the most part within this, as well as some tokens as well. And we do see on the next major slide here, proposed distributed router structure. You do see the router cloud, the new unit of account, and then all of the major connections here to the major banks within the BRICS. And then on the next slide, you do see the SDR basket. You also do see over here the tentative basket of the new unit of account. All of this is a huge innovation and transition away from the traditional SWIFT market, because they know that, the United States for the longest time have weaponized the SWIFT network as well as the US dollar. And down here we do see still a lot of questions, but many XRP enabled e-wallet potential. And yeah, I mean, like, when we really kind of look at XRP, the wallet segment of all of this could be the big connection to XRP. Again, we don't have clear confirmation on this, so I'm not going to speculate too much, but we've talked about how BRICS will essentially utilize XRP and how that could essentially happen. One, again, a lot of it does rely within settlements, and we actually do see, going all the way back to the 27th, Russia aims to use Cbdc for international settlements with China. Report: Russia is currently in the pilot phase of its Cbdc development and is expected to complete the development by early next year. And again, this is centered on the digital ruble. And that is also, by the way, currently being tested for settling with banks and is expected to be completed by early next year. We actually do see a major quote down here The topic of digital financial assets, the digital ruble, and cryptocurrencies are currently intensifying in society as Western countries are imposing sanctions and creating problems for bank transfers, including in international settlements. Which this is also why I said we will be seeing a major move towards CBDCs around the world, in a sense of getting away from the SWIFT network as well as the U.S. dollar. We do see down here, Russia has joined the growing list of countries that are in the final phase of their CBDC development. According to the Bank of Russia's latest monetary policy update, the authority will begin to connect all banks and credit institutions to the digital ruble platform in 2024. So they already have a major move here and a plan. And also, yes, they do talk about cross-border payments down here in regards to settlements. And they have been very pro-crypto for a while. I actually shared this with you guys going back to the 22nd. Russia approves the use of crypto for cross-border payments. Again, is XRP centered around this? Not necessarily, but we do know the major giant in the room. I mean, listen, if you want to take a step back and look at what token for over a decade now in regards to crypto has been centered on cross-border payments, guess what? It's XRP. And over here we also do see breaking news from Gold Telegraph. China trials cross-border settlements involving central bank digital currencies. The bridge test was developed by the Bank for International Settlements. You don't say. The multiple central bank digital currency Cbdc bridge test included China, Hong Kong, Thailand, and the United Arab Emirates, and was designed to deliver real-time, cheaper, and safer cross-border payments and settlements, the BIS said. And again, a lot of people will argue, is Ripple and XRP being utilized here? We don't specifically know. There was no real major insight on what they are utilizing it or utilizing for the overall cross-border transaction settlement area. But again, we all know that with what Ripple has developed with XRP around cross-border payments, it would be in every single bank's best interest to utilize XRP for on-demand liquidity and cross-border settlements. It is a no-brainer move. Again, is it going to be happening? Who knows exactly? But it is all centered on CBDCs, and we're going to get there in a second. But I share with you guys this as well. China is quietly trying to dethrone the dollar. A roadmap for using local currencies in trade and developing alternative payments and settlement systems has been part of the SCO's economic plan for years. And I want you guys to all understand that when you actually look at what China is doing and the BRICS nations, the biggest thing around this that I want you all to pay attention to is what the US's next major step is here. Because guess what? They will have no choice. Why? Because everywhere around the entire world is moving fast on CBDCs. We actually do see down here, Hong Kong seeks use case to sell public on retail CBDC. All of these major areas are moving rapidly around CBDCs, and the US is going to need to make up its mind. They are going to have to move fast within this entire area, and we actually even did see, Christine Lagarde from the ECB talk just yesterday about streamlining the entire process to a CBDC or an e-euro, as well as the entire digitized system. Because if they don't move fast here, if they don't innovate, and if they don't start to adopt crypto-driven payment systems, at the end of the day, they will cease to exist. Because technology is not going to wait for anyone to, try to make up their mind. They're not going to wait for people to delay, and drag their feet. No. Technology is going to continue to innovate faster than anyone can perceive it to do so. And these major areas around the world, these nations, these countries, they are going to move fast on this because they want to get away from the US dollar. They want to get away from SWIFT. And this is all happening rapidly. Shout out to Michael Branch again, but we do see over here, Sweden as well, central bank to test the use of the retail CBDC for instant payments. Instant payments via retail cross-border central bank digital currency. All of this is centered on cross-border payments. And by the way, the BIS is involved in almost all of these major moves and these trials. All of these massive tests, all of these massive plans are all centered on the big focus point, which is cross-border payments. Now, I also want you guys to all understand that when we look at CBDCs, why do I bring them up a lot when we talk about Ripple and XRP? Well, Ripple over on their website actually has this list: central bank digital currency, secure blockchain innovation for a sustainable economy. Now, down here, we do see manage the full CBDC lifecycle. Ripple offers a complete platform for minting, managing, transacting, and even destroying CBDCs. Each solution is built on a private ledger that is based upon XRP ledger technology, a proven blockchain that has transacted over 70 million times over the course of 10 years and is trusted by financial institutions around the world. Down here, we do see why choose Ripple CBDC platform, stability, security, and resilience. Build trust using the XRP ledger's proven technology, enabling consistent standards, privacy, and also security. Access and inclusion, interoperability and overlay services, as well as sustainability. All of this is centered on the XRP ledger. And you do see this nice little image over here. If you wanted to look at it a little bit closer on a zoomed in basis, you could see it. All of this is really kind of what you will be seeing if you were a central bank looking at CBDCs, issuance, use, all of that. And then also, I think that they even have a little bit more of an insight down here. So how Ripple CBDC platform works, onboard, standard APIs enable integration of CBDC platforms into existing systems, mint, distribute, transact, redeem, and destroy. And by the way, transactions settle in 2 to 3 seconds across many use cases. Interoperability enables cross-asset and cross-border transactions when connected to another CBDC. This right here, that 2 to 3 second settlement, that proves that they are utilizing XRP as the powerhouse behind this platform. This is very exciting. And by the way, they already have proven use caseability with CBDCs. For example, Bhutan, as well as Palau. And we do see with Ripple's groundbreaking technology, we can experiment with CBDCs with our existing or within our existing payments infrastructure while ensuring efficient and cost-effective cross-border transfers. On the next slide, partnering with Ripple to help create our national digital currency is part of our commitment to lead in financial innovation and technologies, which will provide the citizens of Palau with greater financial access. I want you guys to understand that having that provability within this is key for success. This is why I say that the entire focus on Ripple and XRP has always been my focus. I know that these two are not the same. XRP is not Ripple, Ripple is not XRP, but Ripple is the fire starter for XRP being spread around the world globally and utilized by all of these massive giants. I am so extremely excited for the future based around XRP as well as Ripple. And I think that this is only going to continue to streamline, especially in the US. The US essentially has no they literally have no choice. Every area around the world is moving rapidly on CBDCs. The BRICS have not slowed down at all. I've been talking to you guys about them for the past couple months, and in the last couple months, I mean going all the way back to March, for example, they have not slowed down. In fact, I would argue that they have been accelerating their entire payment infrastructure and payment system. And the US needs to innovate. They need to move fast here. All while a settlement is being discussed. This is very bullish for Ripple and XRP. So with that being said, I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. If you guys did, definitely leave a like, subscribe to notifications on because more free content. You guys are more than welcome to follow me on Twitter and join the free Discord down in the description below. As is up that you all have a beautiful day, beautiful night, wherever you guys are in this beautiful world. This has been Nick. Peace out, guys.